Let's talk about high sensitivity today and what our key traits are, and how, when you embrace these key traits and your talent, they can help you manifest the best life possible. So let's dive in. Let's talk about what is high sensitivity and what are the key traits, and how do you manifest the life that makes you so happy that you're a high sensitive person. So, of course, people will tell you, you're too sensitive, especially when you're younger, in your 20s or earlier, and that you need to toughen up. Well, that's not going to happen. What I learned to do is to discover what makes my high sensitivity flourish. What kind of atmospheres, and what kind of jobs, and what kind of actions. So for me, travel works. So I prefer to travel with my car, cook wherever I can, and this really engages my high sensitive traits to the best extent. As a high sensitive person, we are so much more open to catching different quirks that roam around. We tend to be psychic, so we can pick up on things going on in the world we cannot see, but we tend to move towards things that benefit us. So you really want to stop thinking negatively about HSP, and you really want to just engage with the positive aspects of it. 15 to 20% of people are highly sensitive, and so that's 1 in 4, 1 in 5. And you might feel different, but trust me, you're far from alone. So you pick up on subtle details in the world very easily. And you might think you become influenced by it, but the moment you're more in a flow atmosphere, like in this Pisces season, you'll notice that it's not so much you having and you being influenced, but you gaining more insights by being open to information from the outside world. It makes us definitely a bit wishy-washy, as they say, but hey, who's listening to the outside world, right? So understanding people better, because we absorb or feel or sense their emotions, makes us very good therapists, healers. But don't get stuck into other people's emotions. Figure out how to manage the amount of energy you take on from the outside world and focus on your own inner projects. So taking time to recharge and being alone is definitely one thing you need to do as a high sensitive person. Being easily overwhelmed by sense organs, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the skin. You want to use products that are non-aggressive on your skin, but you also want to take time to find your own space and clear your energy. You'll also find that you're very deeply moved by music, art, especially beauty of art in certain museums, or this statue right next to me. For me, it's about being together, but being solitary, and being vulnerable, but being strong. And it's about finding the right partner that will complement your strength and not take anything away from you. And your partner, whom you can talk about high sensitivity, what is it? What's the energy that you're feeling, and what's the energy that's influencing you? Why you need more processing time. So very interesting subjects on how to be with a partner and to not let their energy take up too much of your aura space, as we call it. So if you're struggling with violent or disturbing content on social media or on television, which we usually don't watch as high sensitive people, it means that you're taking that energy and you're finding a place to put it, because of course the world is definitely not a very peaceful world. It's a very aggressive, corrupt, and manipulative world. So we have to find our way through it by being more of ourselves. But we do need that edge to know that there is something to do, and we can't just sit around drinking tea as high sensitive people. We have much more to do than just drink tea and meditate all day. Meditation, of course, sets the stage for what you're going to be doing in a day, in a week, in a month. This meditation also helps us to see things, but you don't want to stay in the meditation too long. You want to clear your space, set an intention, and get on with life. So if you've been labeled as a sensitive child in your childhood and people told you to get over things and stop overreacting, it's because many high sensitive people were never understood as a child, like myself. You weren't recognized as being someone with a special gift, and it takes time for you to figure it out as an adult. So for me, it took a trip to Australia, New Zealand, to discover that I could see things, the Aboriginals walking over the land, and that it was so unique. And probably if I'd stayed in Suriname, I would have discovered it as well, but there was a military coup going on, so that wasn't going to happen. So when we take time to process things, we actually discover that these things teach us how to use energy from the outside world. So we take more time to process things because we feel them deeply. Also, you're probably very aware of other people's comfort, and you instinctively help other people, making them more comfortable by dimming lights, adjusting temperatures, and noticing that they need something that they're missing. So we're amazing caretakers, we're amazing friends, but most of all, we're amazing leaders to the people who work with us and want to move ahead in their own life. So you probably love deep conversations as a high sensitive person, and you're not easily content with superficial relationships. So how do you turn these traits into strengths instead of struggles? Most people assume that high sensitive is a weakness, but of course it is not, as I've told you before. It's something that makes us one of the most powerful individuals in the world, because we can think deeply, we can analyze, we can see things intuitively and use them to help others. We're very empathic, which makes us a great co-worker, a great leader, a great creator and healer, as long as you have the time and the space in a team to process things. And you can explain to your team what's happening, and you can find the right balance between being active and being introverted, which is very important in teams. You want to tell people what you're doing and that you're different and how different you are, as well as with your partner. So you notice details in the world that other people miss, which means you're seeing the whole picture, but you have to learn to communicate about this whole picture. And this gives you a holistic perspective, and it really makes a big difference in organizations, in your household, especially now with this project, moving house. I cannot tell you how simplified it made this moving house project. And lastly, we feel things deeply, which makes us able to connect with other people in a profound way within 15 to 20 minutes. People really feel, oh wow, I found someone who really understands me. And I didn't have to wait 20 years to become this person's friend. No, it just takes 20 minutes for that. So some final thoughts. If you resonate with these signs, then please analyze your high sensitivity and see it as a gift to the world. The world needs you, people like us who can see things that others can't, who feel deeply, and who bring compassion and beauty to the world. Now, I'd like to really hear about which of these signs resonates with you the most, and let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like the video, and let me know what makes you happy as a high sensitive person. Looking forward to connecting online. This is Pat Shin, and I'm your HSP coach.